A festival needs many people to function. People not only to participate in the performances, but also to work behind the scenes as either fundraisers, supporters to the performers, or as material contributors. Such people can be brought together if they are adequately reimbursed for their time and efforts, or if they might otherwise stand to gain from the venture. But if you cannot pay for the time of these individuals, it'd be quite improbable to expect the event to go ahead. In the case of Matsuri, the members of performance towns are not paid for their services. Perhaps the only incentive they have must come from a sense of duty. In terms of both sheer workload and lack of selfish incentives, a Matsuri will not survive unless it is executed within a closely connected social group. In a symbiotic relationship, participation in ritual festivity yields a strong sense of group identity, the very thing it needs to support itself. Therefore, a major concern of Matsuri is the creation and maintenance of traditionally recognized neighborhoods. Another, Mr. Sakamoto, insisted the neighborhood people are the core, chushin, of the festival, and he explained each individual of Kyoto effectually and independently consciously carries out the festival as one unit. Now, Yasaka Shrine has a local deity, Ujigami, but that deity comes to us. They say that the Gion festival is Yasaka Shrine's festival, but really, it's a festival of the people. This is an extremely important characteristic. It is the people's festival, and it is the people who make it grand and have kept it going for so long. If social cooperation is such a focal point of Matsuri, then why is it not considered the core or real objective of the festival, as opposed to the worship of the deities? Why religious Matsuri? Why not have a purely modern secular event serve as the foci for building a sense of community? One answer is that, as opposed to secular events, participants have a sense of responsibility to the activity due to the weight given to it by its persistence through history. The historical traditional aspect of Matsuri is enough to separate it from secular events, as the communities have over time become entwined with the traditions. Secular events, on the other hand, tend to be more recent and have yet to develop core groups who inherit responsibility. Sacred and secular worlds are addressed and merged in a Matsuri like Okunchi. Their juxtaposition, in what is often an intense experience shared by many people, gives these festival events a resonance extending far beyond the actual performers, into social networks and culturally consensual expectations about cooperation, reciprocity, and communal identity. Precisely as Nelson puts it, there need not be a distinction between religious and secular Matsuri, as the current framework houses them both in harmony, one complementing the other. The following demonstrates the direct benefits that goes towards festival performers, and by extension, the community at large. Cooperation within the Matsuri generates a vivid sense of communal identity, creating a social network that supports the participants. Participation in Matsuri necessitates and encourages sustained contact with other locals, yielding long-term relationships of which they can rely on for social support. Also, as Nelson suggests, it generates a sense of belonging by giving the participants something unique to identify with and separate themselves from other groups. This can be of immense benefit to members of a modernized country. Modern is synonymous with mobile. Rapid modernization can create displaced populations who live in an area not having grown up in nor with their fellow residents. By constructing and maintaining a strong sense of communal identity, these individuals reinforce their own sense of self, as well as gain access to a tangible support network. Modern also means busy. Both adults and children alike are busy with work and/or study, and so Matsuri serves as a means of breaking them out of modernity and creating a spiritual space that connects them with the community, as well as their history and culture. A matsuri is a rare moment in Japanese society where people are given a space to express their feelings and their sense of pride at being involved in a performance town or having the honour of carrying a god cart. Finally, matsuri helps to connect Japanese people to their history and culture in a positive and constructive manner. It also helps to preserve local variant traditions that are not found in the broad national image, helping to maintain a local identity. Not only does the individual gain a communal identity, they are also connected to their own ethnic identity. Both macro, things like kimono, hakama, Shinto, all representations of national culture, and micro, local variants of aforementioned items. One can examine the effects of matsuri in creating a social network, but it is difficult to point to direct examples of this effect paying off. My claim is rational as opposed to empirical. However, based on the explanation of the social undercurrents of matsuri and my own time spent living in a Japanese city that features a major festival, I believe that matsuri generates a healthy, supportive community with a strong sense of identity.